What's up, Ravens fans? We are back. The Ravens are back in first place somehow after an ugly 5 turnover Bengals loss that in prime time again, which was just terrible. But got the Steelers coming up on Sunday. Everything's right in front of us. How you feeling, Noah? Where do you want to start things off here?
Hey, man, I was really hoping that you got to, enjoy a nice win in the bank
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Day in that electric Thursday night environment, man. Um, I wanted it for you, man, more than anything. I was like, bro, he traveling, like he's got to get that win in person. But yeah, man, I think the grand scheme, like the eagle eyes view, right, is that the Ravens were at 1-5, and if you would have said, "Hey, we're going to end up at 6-6 with a chance in the driver's seat of the division," you'd have said, "All right, sign me up." You know what I mean? Like from 1-5 to 6-6 is a pretty good run. To finish those last 6 games 5-1, pretty impressive. Now, I didn't think the loss that we took would be against the Bengals. I thought it would have been, I don't know, maybe the Bears or some, I don't know, but not the Bengals, bro. Like with that defense that they have, I was expecting better things. But I will say, like, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, right? If Isaiah Likely doesn't fumble at the half-yard line and Zay Flowers doesn't get called for OPI, like, we're looking at a 300-plus yard performance from Lamar Jackson, 2 passing touchdowns. And then we had that fluky, like, ball gets tipped, goes up in the air, interception that feels like it just doesn't go our way sometimes. But, if we didn't have those few fluky things, we probably win that football game. And the fact that we turned the ball over 5 times and it was still relatively close until until it got away at the very end, it tells you everything you need to know. That we're not that far off. I know some people are like, "Bro, no chance this year," but the defense I thought played really well relative to the positions they were put in with 5 turnovers, and the offense, they got some work to do, but it's not as ugly as what people think, man. What do you think?
Yeah, it's never as bad as it seems. It's never as good as it seems when you're on a high. I just think that's the ebbs and flows of everything. But it was an ugly performance. You know what I mean? It was a mistake-filled night. It was a bad night. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, like nothing is ruined or changes. And honestly, we're fortunate that Pittsburgh got destroyed and they got a bunch of issues themselves. Their fans are feeling just as bad, if not worse, than we
Yeah,
are. So I mean, that
yeah,
helped, but like the Bengals loss in general, I mean, so many mistakes.
right.
The offense has been struggling now for about a month since Lamar came back, really. I mean, and I'm not counting, obviously, he was struggling without Lamar too. So I'm not trying to say like we were better off, but I mean, like for, since Lamar got hurt and then even coming back, we haven't really had that dominant offense that we saw earlier in the season. So I think everything's just kind of off. We're not really in a rhythm. The run game is decent, but then we don't kind of stick to it. We're not on the field a ton. We're not sustaining drives. And the mistakes that you pointed out in that Bengals game, I mean, it sucked the life out of the stadium. Like that Isaiah Likely touchdown that wasn't a touchdown. I mean, everybody celebrating, everyone. And I kind of was like waiting, I saw everyone around me freaking out, but I was like, man, he did fumble. Like, let me, before I get too high here, like see the
Yeah,
replay. And
yeah,
all of a sudden the ref's like, nope, he fumbled Bengals ball. I'm like, come on, man. It sucked the life out of the stadium. And then the Zay Flowers offensive pass interference, touchy call, like technically right. You know what I mean? Like, yes, he
yeah.
pushed off a little, but like
It
vets
was it
receivers
wasn't
do
even
that
like a
all the
hard
time.
push. It was just like the full extension,
Yeah.
which I get it, but it's like, bro, if you're gonna call it both ways.
Chase. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. He does it
exactly.
too. I know it's a savvy move, man. Everybody does it. If you've played football, you've like caught a little separation or something. It's just a normal thing
Yeah,
to do. I don't even know if Zay had to do it. Like he still won a contested catch. It's not like he was wide open. You know what I
no,
mean? Like
yeah,
he still had to go up and get it.
yeah. I agree, man.
Yeah, no. So many mistakes in that game, but I think it's an outlier, like we haven't made that many mistakes in a game all year, really, since the starters have been in there. I mean,
Yeah,
5-1 turnover is you're going to lose what 99% of your games if you lose a turnover battle 5-1. And that one was Travis Jones late in the game, and then Zay gave it right back on a drive. But like so many mistakes, man. And I wish you can't really pinpoint one reason for a lot of mistakes like that. That's why I kind of call it an outlier too, because like when are we gonna see a game where we have 5 turnovers? Like if we go into Pittsburgh, or Pittsburgh comes into the bank on Sunday and we have 5 turnovers, we don't deserve it. Like
yeah,
you can't make that many mistakes like that. So I don't feel like that's who we are on a consistent basis. Are there issues? Yes. Like obviously the O-line's not great. Lamar's not as decisive and consistent as he usually is, but I'm betting on him bouncing back. He knows. Yeah, he's the ultimate competitor, man. I don't think this last month since he's came back from injury, that's not prime Lamar. We know
yeah,
that, but like
yeah.
prime Lamar is still there, man. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean? So I think this will get turned around, and the back's against the wall this Sunday, man. What more entertainment do you need than Pittsburgh and Baltimore battling for the AFC North? If you've been a Ravens fan for a long time, I know it looks different right now, but this is how it always was. It's always been ugly and super competitive at the top of the division between those teams, and
Yep.
we're getting the showdown on Sunday, man. I can't wait.
I can't wait either, man. There's a lot that we can get into with this upcoming matchup with the Steelers, but you mentioned how it hasn't been this bad with the turnovers, right? That it was fluky, and if you look, man, the Baltimore Ravens before this game would have been ranked around 23rd in the NFL as far as turnovers. Okay, so pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Giving up turnovers. Among the top 10 and keeping the ball. But after that game, they shot up to number 8. So they went from what they would have been 12. They would have had 12 turnovers, and now they're at 17. So yeah, that you're not going to win ball games with that. That type of performance. And the Steelers, the one thing they do is they do get takeaways. So even though their defense, I think is like 28th against the pass, not very good. They're 16th against the run, middle of the pack, and they just had 250 dropped on them by Buffalo with like 50 carries. And their yards per game isn't that great either. But the one thing they do is they create turnovers, fumbles, and interceptions. So if the Ravens want to, dude, I'm telling you, if the Ravens don't turn the ball over a single time in this game, there's no way they don't win.
Yeah, that's
There's
how I
just
feel in every matchup.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I agree. I think and the way the Steelers are playing, but who knows, man? That's another thing too. Like every week feels so different. You never
I
like
know.
you think you make all these predictions or do like a game preview episode, and then it's like just throw it all out the window. This team ain't even playing like it, or they're playing way above what you thought, or whatever, vice
Yeah,
versa. Like it's just, I didn't think Pittsburgh would look as bad as they've looked at, especially against like Buffalo. Like that was a big game for them. And then the
yeah,
Ravens lay an egg against the Bengals. I mean, it's just who knows what we're getting on Sunday. I
dude.
think I think both teams' backs are against the wall. Both teams are in kind of a negative space a little bit right now, but I
Yeah,
like our odds, honestly.
I do too, man. You just like you said, you don't know. It's
Yeah.
like if you would have told me, like, bro, the Chicago Bears are like 9-3 right now and just dogged on the Eagles,
Yeah,
who
right.
won
Yeah.
who won the Super Bowl last year, and we walked them out of the stadium, dude, with Tyler Huntley.
I think they're
Like,
number one in the NFC right now. They have the
yeah,
best record in the NFC, the Bears. And yeah,
it's
and like
not.
you said, we blew them out with Huntley.
Yeah, so you just don't know, man. I've had like some flashes, watching the Steelers where I'm like, all right, Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf looks pretty sick. Like maybe he's got a little juice left. And there's been other times I watch him, I'm like, this dude is washed. And with their backs, they every once in a while, like Warren will pop a big explosive run, or they'll get their tight ends going. But then there's other times where their offense just stalls out, man. So like they only put up 7 against the Buffalo Bills. They couldn't get anything going on offense. It was like 3 and out after 3 and out after 3 and out. So, dude, I'm expecting, like, if I had to guess, man, I don't think the Steelers are going to score more than 17 points. I
Like
think
that.
the Ravens will be in that that mid 20s range. But I got to see Lamar Jackson throw a touchdown pass, man.
Dude, it's
Like,
been 3 weeks since
I
0.
know.
He's not thrown in 3 weeks, and then, he had 1 against the Vikings, so 1 in the last month. That is so weird.
It's weird, but it very well could have been 3 against the Bengals because I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
about the Tez Walker one where
Yeah.
Tez Walker stopped running and he threw a dart. Zay likely fumble, and then Zay Flowers OPI. So, and it could have been even more if we didn't have the other turnovers mixed in. You just don't know what would have happened on those drives too. So,
Yeah, 100%. Do you
yeah.
think outside of those errors, like, have you seen a little bit of a different Lamar since he's came back from the injury? And like, what do you kind of test the you know downgrade in production temporarily?
Yeah, man. I don't think I was watching an interview with Steve Smith, and he mentioned, he was like, bro, did you know that with hamstring injuries that technically, like, if you Google it, you're not even supposed to start rehab until like 6 to 8 weeks. And that's with like a pretty minor hamstring injury. Like, you're supposed to rest it. And he was like, we got these NFL players out here rehabbing like 2 weeks in. You know what I mean? And I think when you string together the hamstring, the toe, and the knee, I think his mechanics are a little off. Like, he didn't look at as nearly as accurate. Some of the throws that he normally would have made in his sleep, like, were just not there. The one out route to Zay Flowers, like, sailed it over his head. There was the check down miss to Keaton Mitchell,
Eaton,
or I guess
yeah,
the swing pass, the flat,
yeah, yep.
just threw him short. Like, that's a mechanics issue, and you can't convince me otherwise. That when you are an NFL quarterback who was a 2-time MVP and you skip a throw like that, like, that's a mechanics breakdown. And I understand almost every quarterback has them, but it just seems a little more lately with Lamar Jackson. And I think it's contributed to 3 different lower body injuries in different locations. So what I'm hoping for is that he gets healthier and healthier as these weeks come up leading up to January, and that the defense keeps doing what they're doing, and that they just play complementary football. As far as the AFC, bro, there's no one in the AFC that you're like, whoa, like, they would present major problems for us.
No.
Like,
Even
I
the top. Who's guessing that top 3? That's crazy.
exactly, it's so crazy. But in this AFC, bro, like, are you telling me that you're scared of the Broncos? I mean, we blew them out last
They're
year, like
solid teams, but no,
41-7.
yeah, I
Like,
mean, yeah.
here's the thing: we could blow out the Broncos, or we could get blown out by the Broncos. Like, we could blow out the Chiefs, or we could get blown out by the Chiefs. We could blow out. Like, I feel like that about with the way we're playing, man. We have the talent and we have the playmakers and the coaching staff to be able to be awesome, and then we have also the ability to completely self-destruct. So, yeah, but my point is the AFC is so wide open. Like, one of the weirdest AFC years I've seen in a
Yeah.
while. The fact that the Chiefs are at number 10 right now, not even
Yeah.
in the picture.
And
Like,
what,
that's,
2 games out?
yeah,
Did they
and
who won
they have
between
no
Buffalo and
chance
them? I don't even
of winning
remember.
the division, bro.
No, that's what I mean. They gotta get in the wild card, but, like, Buffalo might not win their division either. So, like,
Right.
who won between the Bills and Chiefs? Is there a tiebreaker there? I don't even remember
I
if they played, but
They definitely played,
I think the
but
Bills might have won.
let's
I
see.
don't know. Chat might
It
let me
was
know.
the Bills. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bills
okay,
won
so Bills
28.
got a
Yeah.
tiebreaker, so they're 3-game lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, with 5 left.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
awesome
no.
would it be? So if the playoffs started today, it'd be pretty fun to see Buffalo and New England go at it as division rivals.
Yeah.
They would play at New England. And then how awesome would it be if, like, the Patriots knocked off the Bills for us. Who's giving us
Dude,
issues
I
in the
kind of want to.
postseason.
I kind of want to play the Bills again, though. I'm
I
tired
do
of losing
too.
to them.
I
You
do
know what I
too.
mean? Like, there's a piece of me.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, I agree. I'd rather play like a more inexperienced team. I think obviously our chances probably are higher, but I mean, come on.
Yeah.
How many times you got to lose to Buffalo? How many mistakes you got to make? How many blown leads you got to have? Like, it's time that we handle them. We've been handling them in so many different moments throughout games, but we haven't won the game, which is the
Yeah.
most important thing, obviously. I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying
Yeah.
I kind of want to get revenge against the Bills. I mean, I don't really care, man, if we can go on some type of run, but I'm with you. Wide open AFC. Like nobody I'm even remotely fearing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I fear our own meltdowns.
I do too, man.
That's
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
fearing.
saying. Like,
Yeah.
just get in the dance. Just get in the dance and see what happens, bro. Like the year that we won the Super Bowl in 2012, man, we weren't that good of a team. Like these conversations that are being had, like, are very similar to the conversations that were being had during that year. Like our defense was up and down. I think we fired our offensive coordinator. Um, They were better the year before, right?
Yep.
But it was just like you get in, man, and you never know what happens. And this year would be a year that's like, hey, bro, like the AFC is wide open for anybody that wants to show up and play in the postseason. And it would be pretty cool if the Ravens get to, even after the season they've had, the ups and downs, man. It would be awesome if they got to host a playoff game. So
Yeah, 100%. Well, we would, because we're not getting in the playoffs any other way, I don't think. Like we have to host a playoff game if we're gonna in the first round, if we're even gonna make the playoffs. I think the only path to the playoffs is winning the division.
yeah,
I'd be shocked if we can get in otherwise. So
yeah. So I mean, if you look at the other teams in the AFC here, everyone's got ugly losses. Everyone's
yeah,
got
it's a sloppy season, man.
issues.
Yep,
Nobody's a
100%.
complete team. Like everybody's got issues. So
Yeah, no, 100%, man, 100%. I think, and then what? We're still favored pretty heavily to win the division.
yeah. Did you see that tweet from I think it was Jonas Schaefer? It was 23 hours ago. It says the 6-6 Ravens and 6-6 Steelers are tied again at the top of the AFC North. Here's how the Ravens AFC North title odds hinge on their matchup Sunday and in week 18. So if the Ravens beat Pittsburgh twice, they have a 94% chance of winning the division.
Yeah, that's the path.
If they split with Pittsburgh, they're at 56%. And if they lose to Pittsburgh twice, they have a 2% chance. So I was messing around with the playoff simulator. You got to beat Pittsburgh at least once, and obviously the easiest, like most direct path is starting on Sunday at home. So, hey man, the Flock's got to show up. Be
Yeah, no,
loud.
must-win game.
Crazy.
I think we gotta beat them twice. I know technically we could probably split, but, like, I think we gotta run through the Steelers and Bengals, man. That's the move, because you have to win the North, and you have to win it handedly. I think it's time that we just show up. You remember last year when honestly, we had a lot of problems until the end of last year too. Very similar problems outside of Lamar playing. Lamar
Right.
was dominant all season.
Lamar was just on the money.
This year
Constantly.
we're in a small pocket. I see some comments here talking about Lamar struggling. Yeah, we know he's struggling, but I think this is temporary. I think that this is just a couple week pocket, man. I'm betting on a Lamar Jackson bounce back, 100%. But the O-line issues were the same issues as last year. Like we were struggling up and down. We actually had more longer defensive issues last year than we did this year. We struggled for 5-6 weeks this year with our defense, but and then the Bengals game, I guess they didn't play the best, but I think a lot of that is 5 turnovers too. You know, the defense was holding their own for quite a bit. But regardless, a lot of similar problems last year. Get hot late in the season, absolutely wax the Steelers twice. Like,
Right.
I want to see that type of momentum. Let's kick this off. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to just keep like even win an ugly game where our offense can barely move the ball or barely score or we have a bunch of mistakes. If that continues, man, yeah, I don't have a lot of
Yeah.
belief that we're gonna like go on a run here, but I
Bro,
do have a lot of belief if we come out swinging with our backs against the wall, and I think we will.
I agree, man. If Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and the offense get going, like they can beat anybody, man. Like if they play how they're capable of and how we were seeing last year, dude, I want to see some other weapons get involved, man. I don't know about you, but I want to see Rashad Bateman get some more targets, man.
Yeah.
And because if they were to utilize their weaponry to the full capability, they have a lot of people to deal with. They have a lot of problems, man. DeAndre Hopkins, every time he gets a target, makes a conversion. He looks really good, strong hands, contested. Zay Flowers can continually create separation and yards after the catch. Rashad Bateman, he looks good since coming back from injury. He's getting open. It's just he needs to get some more targets. And then the tight ends, man. I keep saying like keep feeding Isaiah Likely. You know, he had 94 yards and it should have been a touchdown. Keep feeding Isaiah Likely. It feels like Isaiah Likely just shows up this time of year. I don't know if you like
And he's
remember what
probably
he
I think
did.
he's getting his step back a little bit too, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? He had surgery earlier in this season, was out for a chunk of the season. So I think he's getting back in the swing of things, honestly.
Yeah. He had a big game against Pittsburgh in the playoffs, man. Then he had a big
Yeah.
game against the Bills in the playoffs. Big touchdown to almost win the game there. In the last, okay, so December this time last year, Lamar Jackson at home against Pittsburgh threw 207 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 115 passer rating. Derrick Henry had 24 carries for 162 yards.
There's the script.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's go.
Zay Flowers had 5 for 100. Mark Andrews 437. Likely had 329. And then in the playoff game, let's see here. I want to say Derrick Henry went nuts in that game as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we ran all over him. Yeah.
26 carries, 186 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Derrick Henry. So the last 2 games, Derrick Henry has literally mopped the floor with their run defense.
And the Steelers just let up 249 rushing yards to the Bills.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like,
And they're ranked 28th against the pass right now.
Yeah. But our O-line's got to step up and create some holes, too. At this time last year, our O-line was playing better than they are. They have regressed this season. I mean, there's no doubt. We're seeing a rotation at left guard with Emory Jones. What's your thoughts on that?
I like it. I was a little concerned after I heard the interview from John Harbaugh today. He made it sound like, oh, he had made some rookie mistakes.
I know, I heard that. I was higher than you was.
Continue with them, like, I don't know if they're going to run the experiment like this late into the season, like must-win games. We'll see if they get some more snaps, but I liked what I saw from them. If you're gonna do it, I just say throw them out there and get them as much reps as possible before you're possibly in the playoffs. So
yeah, I mean, you know that they're feeling a little desperation with the offensive line production if they're doing this late in the season. Because I'm with you, like I feel like the fact that they're experimenting with it kind of means they might end up just starting them at some point soon. Because it's you don't want to play with fire and just experiment. I feel like they believe in him and they realize some of these offensive line struggles right now. It doesn't necessarily fix the right side. A lot of people were saying that we should have put Emory in like over Fa'alele, but I mean, Harbaugh was asked that today. He said that we can't play him on both sides. We don't want to like elongate the learning curve. So we are deciding to basically play him on the left side, which means they didn't like Voorhees as much as they like Fa'alele. That's the answer right there.
It seems like unless Falele gets hurt, he's going to be in the starting lineup. I don't know.
Yeah, because we don't have another right guard. There's not another guard in the mix. I think Emory was the answer, but they are doing that at left guard. And I think we've had both guard problems. You know what I mean? I'm not like one to say that it has to be Fa'alele. Or yes, the right side's still struggling, but both guards have struggled. both guards have been a weakness throughout this season. So the fact that we're trying to fix one of them, I'm happy with it. But yeah, I'm curious how this plays out. Do they just stop playing Emery? Is it a continued rotation? Does he play more? Does he start soon? I don't know.
Yeah. Ron Edwards has no love for Ben Cleveland. I've been saying it to Ryan all year. I've said I'd love to see Ben Cleveland at least get a shot out there as a starter, because from what we saw in the past in his starting reps, I think it looks better than what we're seeing from Falele. But dude, the dude was inactive, I think, last game, and
Yeah, when they
there's no way.
activated Emery, they benched Cleveland.
Yeah, he's like an emergency guy right now. Like, I would love to see him, but the coaching staff, he's not in favor with the coaching staff. So I don't think he must not practice hard, or maybe he shows up late to meetings. I don't know, but I don't know. At this
they're
point,
not
it's
gonna play
crazy.
Yeah, no, they're 100% not gonna play him. I wish we had an answer at both guard spots. I really do.
Yeah.
And who knows, man? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
how you fix the offensive line this year without them just playing better. And that is a factor that is possible. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen them play better last year in moments. Down the stretch last year, we were getting quality offensive line play. I know it wasn't incredible. It's not up to our standards, but like better than it is now. And I still think there's another level this current roster can reach. You know, they're not playing their best ball, man. It's not just like roster or personnel issues. I mean, there are some personnel issues, but I'm saying it's not only that though. Everyone can rise their play and play better. They have to this week.
Yeah,
this is the week.
I agree, man. And they're also like, there could be some key starters for the Steelers that could be in jeopardy of missing this one, man.
Yeah, Queen.
Patrick Queen had a hip injury against
it was back
Bills.
bruise. Yeah.
And then we have their defensive tackle, the rookie Derek Harmon, I think. He didn't play.
Right?
Yeah, he could return, but it's apparently a night and day difference in their run defense when he's not playing there. He's been good against the run. So they're kind of relying on Hayward.
They're without their tackle too, left tackle, bro.
Yeah, left tackle.
Yeah.
So, and we should be relatively healthy.
Outside of maybe Wiggins,
which is big, but our other corners have been playing really well. So, between Shadobi, Tampa, Marlin, they've been playing pretty good football. And then we got our safeties. The thing is this would be actually the game where if you're going to miss, Nate Wiggins, this would probably be the team you'd pick it against, because their outside receivers aren't their strength. Like, they have one solid outside receiver. And DK Metcalf is good, but in my opinion, man, a guy like Marlon Humphrey, who's a physical defensive back, I think matches up pretty well with a guy like Metcalf. Metcalf isn't a complete route running, contested catch. Just because he's big doesn't mean he's good at contested catches. He's, in my opinion, he's more of a yards after catch. Like,
yeah, we got to tackle him.
Tackle him, bro. He gets open deep sometimes, and he catches slants and he runs after the catch well. But I think we match up pretty well, man. TJ Tampa's a big physical corner. Jadobi's been playing really, really good football. Our Darius Washington and Tavius Robinson, they're probably not going to play this week, but they're on the cusp of coming back here soon. And that is two key starters, man. Our Darius Washington, every time he's healthy, he's a starter. And Tavius Robinson was a starting outside linebacker for us at the beginning of the year. He was one of our sack leaders, great run defender. So having him as the weather gets colder and you need solid run defense, man, in the playoffs, I think that's a great boost as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think Tavius has a quicker route to playing time, just because he was already here this year too. But I mean, I would love to see our Darius Washington back too. Not sure exactly like what form he's in. An Achilles injury is crazy. That's a quick return, man. But dude's a baller every time he's out there. So find a role. I think both these guys are assets to the defense. Like you said, I don't expect them to play this week though, but just them returning to practice is a good sign. Other than that, I don't think we have anybody in jeopardy and missing Sunday besides Wiggins. And I completely agree with you. Like, the Steelers don't have a plethora of weapons. So I mean, it shouldn't be. It should be physical ball, running to the football, tackling, hitting dudes. This, you know what I mean? Like you gotta bring these guys down. They got some bigger guys. They got some run after the catch guys. So I think tackling, stopping the run, and getting pressure. One thing against the Bengals, and they did max protect. Like the Bengals literally max protected and picked up pretty much everything we brought at them. But before that, we were generating some pressure. I think the addition of Draymond Jones, Mike Green was heating up a little bit. People are going to say that the pass rush sucks off of that Bengals game, but they max protected and just, made sure that Burrow wasn't touched. But the Steelers, I think we should try and get some pressure if we can get some pressure, obviously, because they throw pretty quickly. I think they're one of the quickest throwing teams, the Steelers. So, I mean, I guess
they throw a lot of screens too.
Yeah, but just getting the ball out of your hands fast kind of takes your blitz game out of the equation. You know what I mean? So I wasn't thinking about that, but we were getting pressure weeks prior. It was my point. It's not like our pass rush is awful right now, and I think we have the ability to stop the run. I really don't see them threatening us.
I don't either. Draymond Jones has been a great addition. Like underrated, man. Underrated addition in my opinion.
And he already has 2 sacks, right?
Yeah.
For us. So that fifth turns to a fourth then, because we got to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So but like he only needed to get 2 sacks and us make the playoffs. That fifth turns to a fourth. So he's actually a 4th round pick. But yeah, dude, I love Draymond Jones.
Yeah, man. So the Steelers they're gonna try to, throw the ball to their backs. Warren, they're gonna throw the screen. Who's the other number 14 on Pittsburgh?
Gainwell.
Gainwell, pass catching back.
And
they're
then
going
they
to throw
got
the ball to Darnell, the big tight end. And then you got Metcalf, but tackle, and don't turn the ball over. And
on offense, 100%. On offense, man, I want to see this thing get going. I said the same thing against the Bengals, so I'm like, I'm going to sound crazy having faith again, I guess, that our offense is going to turn around, but I'm going to continue to say it because I just cannot believe that the offense is going to continue to struggle like they are. I just can't believe that's going to happen, man. I really don't. I'm betting on Lamar. I'm betting on this turnaround.
Yeah, my money is on anytime Lamar and Derek are out there, I'm putting my faith that it's going to be a turnaround. I mean, I don't care who's the offensive coordinator. I don't care who the receivers are. If Lamar's out there, man, like we got a chance. And of course, I'm sure a lot of the Ravens fans have saw it, but someone commented like, "Oh, one of the most overrated players ever," right? And then Lamar was like, he just responded. He said, "Say less."
Yeah,
and it's just a matter of time, man.
He doesn't even need. I don't even think he needs the noise. Like it's awesome to see him say that. I love that, but like I think he's such a competitor and so hard on himself. That's the reason he's progressed forever. Like so many people look at this. I've even seen some comments in here that are like frying Lamar, and it's like so many people are taking this. They're living in the moment of the last 3-4 weeks, and they're just like, "Oh, he's lost it." Like I'm betting on this entire career, man. Like Lamar is 28 years old. Like, dude, he has not lost it. He's in a slump coming back from the injury. Maybe the injuries are, bothering him more than he's saying. And I don't even mean mobily. I just mean like what you were saying earlier with the mechanics, the occasional inconsistent missed throw. Because it's not like he's always inaccurate, but it is more his accuracy is more inconsistent than it usually is, especially last year. So like, there is a downgrade in play, but I'm not expecting that to continue.
I agree, bro. 100%. You can't just look at 3 games and just like you got to keep the eagle eye view, man. You got to keep the overall view. But even if in that game against Cincinnati, he made some wow throws. I mean, he had some special moments. He had a run that he looks good on. He had that one throw where he got out of the pocket and threw a stinking laser beam to Isaiah Likely. He also had that throw where he stepped up and converted in the pocket on, I think it was like 3rd and 6 to Likely. He had a dime throw to Zay Flowers on the go ball. That should have been a touchdown. Yeah, so it's not like it was all bad. I mean, it very well, like I said to start the video, you convert that Zay Flowers touchdown, you don't get called OPI there, and likely doesn't fumble. I mean, we're talking, we're probably in here celebrating like, whoa, look at Lamar, he's back, 2 touchdowns, 300 passing on prime time. You know, we're talking 7 and 5. Let's go. You know what I mean? But it's just
you just brush over like the 4 inaccurate passes to whatever.
Right. Yeah. It's just a couple of plays, man. Couple of plays.
No.
And so I don't think, like we said in the beginning, they're not far off. The people that are like freaking out, like the Ravens are toast this year. I just don't agree with it, man. I don't agree with it. It's not like I'm confident like I was last year or in 2023. Like, oh yeah, Ravens clear Super Bowl favorites. I'm just saying that if they get in the dance, they're capable of dancing with anybody.
100%. And you got to know that we're capable of playing better than we have been. Like, it has been a sloppy year. This is not the best version of the Ravens. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out. We got a super chat here from Antonio. Appreciate you with the 5, man. On the winning streak, I said this Ravens team was the most resilient over the past 3 years. Have to take that back for now. Prove me wrong Sunday. Yeah, I mean, it's fair. It's fair to be in wait and see mode. I mean, we're here talking about the Ravens all the time, but the logical thing is let's see, you know. And I think Sunday's the opportunity to prove that. Because I'll be feeling similar. I'll be like, man, this team might not have it if we just get waxed by the Steelers on Sunday at home.
Yep. So. Yep, I agree, man. But I think they're in a good spot.
We're our biggest issue. Yeah, I think it feels like that's been the way for years, but this season for sure, man.
Yeah,
just a lot of random little mistakes that have been stacking up. Who we cheering for, the Bengals or the Bills? I think we got to root against the division, right?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
That's our path. I don't see us making the wild card because the Bills beat us. Like,
yeah, definitely rooting for the Bills. Yeah. The Bengals, they do have a path. Now, there's people in the media that are like trying to hype up the Bengals being the best team in the AFC North right now. No
way, man.
No. They had a good game. Joe Burrow felt cool, you know, throw a couple of touchdown passes. But don't get it twisted, man. The Ravens turned the ball over 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like the Bengals came out and just blew our brakes off. Like, we had self-infliction, self-destruction. And they're 4-8. So they would have to win out to win the division. There's no way there's another path for them. Unless the Steelers and the Ravens both completely self-destructed. But even that, like, they play each other, so they're one of them's going to get another win.
Yeah.
Twice, you know what I mean? So
yeah, no, that's our next 2 matchups. We got Steelers and then Bengals again.
Yeah.
So we're living in division land right now. Like, it's all AFC North ball. I don't think you should think about anything else. You know, yeah. Steelers this week, Bengals next week. Don't turn the ball over 5 times, obviously. I think our offense moves the ball in that Bengals defense. It's just terrible game, man. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
So Pittsburgh, they play us. Then they play the Dolphins. Then they have the Lions. Then they have, who they got after that? The Browns. And, you know, division games are always weird, even though the Browns aren't a good team. And then they have us to finish off the year.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to finish with I'm going to say we finish with 10 wins.
10-7. So 1 more loss outside the division, though. I could get with that.
Yeah.
Like to the Packers or Patriots or something.
Yeah, but here's the thing, bro. even if let's say we lose, I have the playoff sim pulled up right now. Even if we lost to Pittsburgh this week, okay, we would still win the division at 10-7 if Pittsburgh finished 10-7 and we beat them in week 18. That's just how the tiebreakers play out.
Yeah, so we have an advantage there even if we split.
Yeah, and I have the Pittsburgh and I have the Steelers beating the Lions in that scenario.
Yeah, not easy.
Yeah, and I had us beating the Patriots. So even if we lost to the Patriots and they lost to the Lions, we would still get in with a 9-8 record over Pittsburgh with a 9-8 record.
Pat's game in Baltimore, right? And then Green Bay on the road.
Yeah, we're at Green Bay. Harder. Yeah, but even if the Ravens lose that game, as long as they win, they have a couple of different routes. They could lose both games to Pittsburgh and run the table and still win the division. You don't want to do that.
Something's broken if we lose both games in Pittsburgh.
Or you could win one game against Pittsburgh and just win 2 other games, and you're still good. So
I feel like it's takeover time, man. We got to win this week and next week against the Steelers and Bengals.
Yeah.
Just to get the momentum rolling. I don't like not looking like that. I don't want to split.
I don't either.
It's time to take over, man. The Ravens can play way better. That's how I'm feeling. I'm not feeling. I just would not like to roll in like losing every other game, having really sloppy games like we've been having. I just think it's time to roll, man. I think it's time. The back's against the wall. We always play best when it is against the wall. Remember how it felt when we were 1-5? Dude, it was louder than it was loud. The negativity was loud.
It was
like it was like it's all over. We're doing a mock draft every week. Like it was loud, man. And it's just like I just don't ever think it's all over, man, till it's all over. And the Ravens have too good of a team to just fumble it away like this. I think we get in the dance, anything can happen. I'm with you though. I'm not sitting here screaming we're about to win the Super Bowl. This feels like the year we won't win the Super Bowl, which may mean it is. But I'm just saying, like,
just never know.
I am the least confident in the last few years that we're gonna like go on a run and win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But to win the AFC North and get in the playoffs, are you kidding? I'm riding with us.
Yeah, I agree. And then, like we said, the AFC is just weird. It's wide open this year. Even if we ran the AFC, I'd feel pretty not confident against some of the NFC teams right now. But it's weird. Lately, the last few years, the AFC has been dominant. And I'm like, bro, why do the Ravens have to be in the same conference as the Chiefs and the Bills and the Bengals and Justin Herbert and like all these other really, really good, like in the stinking NFC, like your top threat was Jared Goff or something. I don't know. Like the Niners like were the team in the NFC for a while. Now the Eagles are emerging, right? But it felt like for years it was the AFC was where the strength is. Now the NFC is actually turned out to be really good. Mike McDonald has the Seahawks looking good, man. That was the one that got away right there.
Yeah.
Mike McDonald. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it would have had to come from ownership. Obviously, like Harbaugh would have never made that move. So, yeah, the ownership would have had to step in. That would have been a massive change, but I agree.
Yeah. Dude,
I agree.
Last year, I don't know if people realize this, but our backs were up against the wall last year. This pretty much same situation. The Steelers, okay, so December 21st, Steelers were 10-5 and the Ravens 10-5.
Yeah, but even like a few weeks before that, weren't we trailing?
We were.
They were like, I remember the Steelers being favored and like everyone was saying they were going to win the North. They had like a 2-game lead. That's what I was saying earlier in this live. I was like, man, it feels like last year where it's like we just come running by, man, dominating the division. Now we'll see. I didn't expect that Bengals performance. So, like, it is wait and see. We'll see what happens this Sunday. But the opportunity is there just to hit the ground running and go on a 4 or 5 game streak here. What you don't even have to win out, I guess, but like it'd be nice. I just want to get the momentum going. This offense start playing a lot better, man. Like they have no rhythm. And one thing I wanted to point out too with all the mistakes, or get your thoughts on, is do you feel like when sometimes we're making a lot of early mistakes, or like the life gets sucked out of you, like on the Isaiah Likely fumble touchdown situation, do you feel like we're having like a hard time getting out of our own way and like overcoming those quickly? It seems like like the Buffalo game comes to mind, where it's like early mistakes, you're in a hole, and then like late mistakes too. Like you can't like fix it and just overcome it all. It's like this staggering, like that Bengals game is like early mistakes, and then we're also making late mistakes. Like we're just not able to finish, even though there's more opportunities to overcome the mistakes. If we made a lot early, it seems like we're having a hard time getting on the right side of things and staying there.
Yeah, it does feel like there's an element of that where it's like they're almost trying not to make mistakes more so than they are trying to go out and make plays. And then when you have that mindset, it's like you start to become like on the defense. Well, I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just feel like there has been an element of the Ravens this year where they stub their toe, and then the toe stub turns into the like trip, and then the trip turns into falling on your face. Yeah.
So, you can make an early mistake, like the Isaiah Likely thing could happen, but like then you got to just like get on the other side of it and dominate and stay like in a rhythm and keep the momentum. But it's either like we play a clean game and we roll, or we start to like screw up and make a lot of mistakes, and then they just continue to appear throughout that same game. And I'm just like, man, like, why are we not overcoming it? It's such a hard thing to pinpoint too. I don't know exactly what that would be, especially when it's so many different guys. Like earlier in the season, we had some like Derrick Henry fumble issues. Well, that hasn't been a problem since then at all.
Right.
And like it's just like these little random things. I guess Zay has had some fumble issues kind of sprinkled throughout the year.
Yeah.
But it just seems random.
Yeah, I think we have had some games where we did overcome a bad start. The Jets and the Browns game, it started off ugly.
But did we turn the ball over?
Mistakes. I think against the Browns we did. Let's see. Yeah, Lamar threw 2 interceptions in that game. And if you remember, neither one of them were his fault.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that was a game where we were able to not let that linger. But that was also...
We never really got rolling in that game, though.
Yeah.
That fake tush push was like what got us some points.
Henry had a solid. He had a couple of big runs. He had 18 carries, 103, and a touchdown.
Maybe there's nothing to my point. I just see I just seem like I keep noticing like these sprinkled mistakes consistently stay there, and I'm just like waiting for us to. It's okay to make a mistake, but it doesn't seem like it is for us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It seems like when they start, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. It does feel like that sometimes. I feel like Lamar Jackson is like a momentum type of guy. It's like when he's rolling and he's feeling himself, like nobody's unstoppable. But when he gets frustrated, sometimes when he gets, I feel like he gets frustrated and the momentum goes the opposite way, and there's errors, and there's it's never good when you see him slam the helmet.
Yeah.
Like when he slams the helmet, like, man, like somebody's got to step up and make a play to swing the momentum the other way. But
yeah, no. Well, this Sunday, man, sink or swim. Let's go.
Yeah.
I think O-line should be top priority this offseason. Yeah, 100%. We got a lot of free agents too, so there's gonna be a lot of holes to fill. But
hope we bring Draymond back.
Yeah, that'd be a good piece. I don't even know what he would cost. He's having a career year for him.
Yeah,
but no, 100%. O-line needs to be addressed and invested in.
O-line and pass rush. O-line and pass rush, man.
Yeah, Mike Green's going to develop into a special player. But yeah, we need another addition.
Yeah.
We AD return. Else. Yeah, pumped about our Darius Washington coming back to practice this week. Hopefully, not officially yet, but Harbaugh said good chance. Yeah. Well, anything else on your mind, bro? Anything you want to talk about or you want to hop off?
I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait. Sunday, 1:00. Tony Romo, Jim Nance on a game.
Great.
It's a big game, man. It really is. Like I said, like there's a path that even if you lose this game, you can still win the division, but you don't want to, bro. You just want to come out here and take care of business at home.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, what you get waxed or even lose to the Bengals and Steelers at home in back-to-back weeks, we have bigger problems.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Like then I'm starting to question like whether we can have the strength to turn this around this year. Because this is the game. You had your outlier game after a 5-game win streak. You had your little meltdown game against the Bengals, which I didn't expect. I don't think anyone did, but it happened. Now it's time for the bounce back. You've had a mini bye. Let's go punch the Steelers in the mouth.
I agree, man. I just don't see a world where Lamar Jackson finishes the season healthy and you don't roll into the playoffs.
I agree. Yeah, it'd be so weird, man.
When
he continues to like not throw touchdowns. We're on 3 straight weeks of no touchdown passes.
Yeah. Whenever the Ravens' back has been up against the wall to make it in the postseason in those big games, the Ravens have come through. And has there been a single season where Lamar Jackson started more than like 12 games and we didn't make the playoffs? I don't think
it's just his injury seasons.
Yeah, the only seasons we didn't make the playoffs was the injury seasons. And
his season-ending injury seasons, we didn't make it. Or we did make it one, I think, but we got bounced against the Bengals with Huntley. But,
goal
line
fumble. Yeah. Dude, what is up with the Ravens and goal line fumbles in the playoffs, bro?
I don't even want to talk about that because that better never happen again.
No,
dude. It's unbelievable. We can't have those
Chiefs, bro. Tyler Huntley up and over against the Bengals.
Dude, heartbreaking situations here, man. The Mark Andrews drop too. I know. Well, he did fumble, I guess, on the prior possession, but the 2-point conversion drop. It's just like absolute heartbreakers, man. Yeah. Absolute heartbreakers. Well, we did have a heartbreaker the year before we won the 2011-2012 Super Bowl. It was in 2011, I think, when Lee Evans got the ball punched out. He dropped it in the end zone for the win. And then, boom, next year's Super Bowl. I don't know. I'm reaching.
Hey, you never know, man. I'm telling you, bro. NFL is any given week.
Oh, yeah, we're seeing that, dude. Look at everything happening right now. Everyone has a chance at the moment.
This is the
sloppiest year I've seen in a long time.
I wouldn't be surprised if this year, like Lamar offense kind of stumbles into the playoffs, not playing their best football, and then all of a sudden Lamar is like turns on the MVP mode in the playoffs. Like how refreshing would that be for a change where playoff Lamar actually turned it on? You know what I'm saying? So. But he is capable. The talent's there, no question, man. You just never know.
No,
let's go.
100%. Yeah, let's go.
Purple shades on.
Yeah, dude, I know. I miss seeing them. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get them back on next Monday.
Yep.
Next Monday, but
next Monday after the Ravens spank the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah,
at home.
Yep. That's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be a fun episode.
Earlier, I said no. I was just gonna say I'm gonna go with score prediction here.
Oh, all right.
Earlier I said mid-20s, and I said like 17.
Yeah.
Well, you fired me up a little bit, so now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Ravens 30, and I'm gonna go Pittsburgh Steelers 14.
Oh, dominant defensive day. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. All right, we're going with score predictions. I gotta throw mine out there then too. 30 is a good number. I'm going 31-17. And I think we see a similar situation to the first time we played Pitt again in Baltimore, not the wild card round. Well, both really, I guess. But I just mean remember when Pitt beat us at their house and we were just like, we can't do anything. We can't beat the Steelers last year. And then they came into Baltimore. I know we haven't played Pittsburgh yet this year, but they came into Baltimore and it was like the turnaround game. It was like, nah, we got the Steelers number. Like,
we just embarrassed them.
I feel like back against the wall game, especially after that Bengals performance, I got us winning dominant fashion. Derrick Henry goes crazy on the ground. We get the run game going. Lamar Jackson throws 2 touchdowns. Nothing too crazy. 2 touchdowns, efficient day, dominant game on the ground.
I like it. I need to see Keaton Mitchell get some more touches too.
Yeah. I mean, he's out there a lot. And with Justice Hill injured, I feel like well, not a lot, I guess. They use Ali in pass protection, but I mean, they are getting Mitchell involved. It feels better than it did like at the beginning of the season when he was a healthy scratch every week. I think his path is definitely there. And if we're churning on the ground, I'd like to just see more sustained drives, which will allow us to run more. You know, like the inconsistent like chunk of 3 and outs kill us. Like, that's what just all of a sudden you're not able to have a lot of runs. You're not able to wear defenses down. I hate 3 and outs, man. Just get the first down, quick passing game, whatever it takes. Short, quick passes, runs more often. I don't care. More motions, more disguises, more deception. Get some first downs, sustain some drives.
Doesn't have to be sexy, man. I'm cool with
we don't need big
plays.
With
the 5-yard Charlie Kohler, in route.
If it gets the first down, like let's keep moving the chains, man. That will wear down defenses. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to just hold the ball and look downfield. Not that that's all we're doing, but we're doing a lot of that, and then we're abandoning the run a little bit and trying to. I guess I don't know. It's game situation too. It's not always abandoning the run. I think we're top 5 in rushes. So I mean, or no, we're 13th in rushes, but we're we're top 5 in every running category, but we're 13th in rushes per game. We're 32nd in passes per game, though. So we're not sustaining drives.
Not sustaining drives enough. We're not on offense enough, which that shows you how much better the defense could be if we didn't keep putting them out there on the field. And if we, I feel like time of possession this year has been a problem for us. Yeah, which is weird. Usually we're always elite in time of possession, like top 5 in the NFL. But I think I just trust Lamar. I trust Derrick Henry and the weapons and Todd Monken. I feel like he's a smart coordinator to be able to make some adjustments. So I haven't loved what I've seen from Todd Monken this year, if I'm being honest, but
I think everyone's like trying to figure out the best way to move with the offense because they know the O-line's been struggling and there's a lack of trust in certain situations. So I think there's been some overthinking for sure.
Yeah.
It's not too often we can't get a yard on the goal line. And this year it's been that. So it's like tough. You start to overthink a little bit. You're like, I don't think we can get the yard. So let's, you know what I mean? And then you end up doing something crazy. So, but saying all that, we got to play better. Everyone's got to play better. This backs against the wall, must-win game, I think, this Sunday, man. Let's go beat the Steelers.
Let's do it.
But, appreciate all you guys, everybody tuning in, everyone that's rewatching it. Appreciate you guys always supporting the videos and the lives every Monday night. I know we missed a couple weeks in there, but back on the grind here. And, 5 games left? Let's go on a run here, man.
5 games left.
Let's do it.
And I look forward to seeing you guys next week, hopefully after a big Ravens dub.
Yes, sir.
Junior Lawson says, Mandrews 3 tutties. Let's do it.
Dude, that's sick. Lamar 3 touchdown passes. And I don't care who it goes to.
Hey, who said they were passes? Mandrews could have 3 touchdown rushes.
Yeah. He broke the ice. Yeah, now he has a rushing touchdown. He can keep it moving.
Or he could be doing those little, he does the quarterback sneak.
The tush push. Yeah, 100%. Appreciate you guys, though. Have a beautiful rest of your night, and we will see you next Monday.